right, welcome to Fraction Week. This week we are going to be focusing primarily on adding fractions, but we are going to start with simplifying, because you know every fraction problem ends with simplifying. So we're going to review that skill today, possibly tomorrow, seeing how this goes. So I'm going to walk you through a problem just so you can remember the steps and the process of how we do this. You are probably going to want your multiplication chart with you. If you have lost a multiplication chart, you can Google one. They are all over the internet, but you are going to want a multiplication chart if those math facts are still a bit tricky for you. So I have the fraction 12 over 40. So I'm going to see, can I make this smaller? And the reason we simplify, if you remember, is because 12 over 40 is really hard to imagine in your head. Trying to imagine 40 spaces with 12 of them shaded in is not very easy to visualize. So we simplify them to make them easier to picture and more understandable. Imagine you're baking a cake and it says you need 12/40ths of sugar. I don't know about you guys, that would probably make like no sense to me. But if they said something like you need 3/4 cup of sugar, whatever it is, that would make a little bit more sense to us. So here we go. I can also look at these, and there's a little hint here. These are both even numbers. They both end with an even number. So I know I can definitely simplify them, at least by 2. But we're going to look for those common factors and see what our best simplifying option is. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to be listing all the factors of 12 and 40. What can I multiply to get 12, and what can I multiply to get 40? Here we go. 12, I know easy. 1 times 12. We've got, let's see, 2 times 6. 3 times 4. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think so. Let's do 40. We've got, start off easy, 1 times 40. Let's do 2 times 20, because I know 2 times 2 is 4. Add the 0, it's got to be 40. We've got 4 times 10. 5 times 8. I'm going to stop there. I think that's it. Okay. So I'm going to look now and see, what do they have in common here? So I'm going to circle everything they have in common. They both have 1. They both have 2. You want to check every factor. 40 does not have 6. 40 does not have 3. They both have 4. So those are the common factors, 1, 2, and 4. You want to pick the biggest one to divide by. So my biggest one is 4. 4 is bigger than 2 and 1. We also don't simplify with 1, if you can remember, because if we tried to divide 12 over 40 by 1, it would stay the exact same. So I'm going to divide them by 4. So I'm going to come up top. I'm going to be dividing the numerator by 4 as well as the denominator. Now, division's just reverse multiplication math facts. 12 divided by 4, or you can think 4 times what is 12. And we've already listed that information down here. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. And we can also see 3 times 4 is 12. They're just reverse, they're opposites. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing for 40 divided by 4. 40 divided by 4 is 10. Or 10 times 4 is 40. And our simplified answer is 3/10.